Now, before you trade with Apex Trader Funding, you need to pay close attention to this video. I want to make sure that you don't get denied for your next payout like I did right here during my last payout cycle. And something that I've learned recently is the fact that some traders are getting denied back to back. And we're going to address that issue today. And I'm going to show you what you can do to make sure that doesn't happen to you during your next payout cycle. Now, before we jump into the rest of this video real quick, I want to remind you guys right now, Apex having an 80% sale off all their valuation accounts, passing as little as 1 day. And if you want to take advantage of this offer, use the link in the description box down below and use promo code Mike at checkout. But as we scroll on down here real quick and we take a look at some of the accounts with Apex Trader Funding. Now, one of the most popular accounts is going to be the 50K account where you have a trailing drawdown of $2,500. And I want you guys to really pay close attention. This trailing threshold is going to be also applicable when we go to request payouts. Now, you must make $3,000 in order to pass the evaluation. Now, as a rule of thumb, Apex has now implemented a buffer zone. The buffer zone is going to be whatever the drawdown is in the account. So in the 50K account, the $2,500 drawdown plus $100, so $2,600 is the buffer. However, Apex does allow us to withdraw $500 into that buffer zone. Now, after we've been able to pass the evaluation phase, and now after trading all these long hours, we think we're ready to get a payout. Then you submit the payout, and then you're met with an email like this. Congratulations on your PA account. We've received your payout request, but unfortunately, after review, we are not able to approve the request at this time. Your payout was denied for the following reason: improper risk management. Yikes, that is not what we want to hear. And what is improper risk management? Well, if we come right over here to Apex's help section, you can see risk management. You must have less than a 5-to-1 risk to reward, which means that if you are trying to make $1, do not risk more than $5. Now, that wasn't the rule that caused me to actually fail that challenge. The other one that trips up a lot of traders is that once you get into the funded stage, you can only trade half your contracts until you are above the buffer zone. However, that was also not the reason. The rule that I actually broke was this 30% negative P&L rule. And what happened was I DCA'd into the trade. I put my stop loss where my initial stop loss was, which would have been within the tolerance, meaning I would have been down less than 30% of the total drawdown on this trade. However, when I added to the trade, I just simply placed a stop with the other stop, and I went a little bit over that threshold. Now, if you're wondering what is the 30% negative P&L rule, now, for example, what they're trying to basically say is, as a simple rule of thumb, all right, at minimum, what they say is, if you're starting out, you don't have any profit built up, or at least your profit is not over the buffer. And again, what was the buffer? The buffer was $2,500 plus $100. That was our trailing threshold. So if you're not over that buffer zone, then you can actually use that drawdown amount. So if we went $2,600 times 0.30, don't let any one trade be down more than $780 in the 50K account. And again, that's the rule that I broke. Now, let's say that you have $10,000 of profit already built up in the account. Then you times that by 30% and we get $3,000. In that case, don't let any trade go against you more than $3,000. So I know what rule that I broke. I know what day it was on. So how do I stop getting denied on this second payout request? Okay, so now that we've been denied a payout, let's talk about how not to get denied a payout on number 2. We come right over here, first payout denied. Trader makes $4,000 in profit. And remember, the buffer is $2,600. Now, if you look at this, available payout was $1,400. And again, I'm not including withdrawing into the buffer. Yes, I know we can draw within $500 into the buffer. So technically, we could actually have a payout request or available to be paid out around $1,900. But I'm just trying to keep everything above the buffer zone. Then payout gets denied for improper risk management. Now, we go ahead and we look at payout number 2. Is payout number 2 going to get denied? And in this example, we're going to see that trader makes $75 per day for 8 days. Because keep in mind, we must trade 8 days in between payout cycles. Now, the total profit for these 8 days was $600. So now if we go ahead and we look, the trader is going to go ahead and request a $2,000 payout. And we're going to assume the trader followed all the rules. So ask yourself this question: will this trader actually be approved for the second payout? Or will this trader in this scenario actually be denied another payout? You see the answer right there. Payout will be denied. But Mike, wait, why? I thought the trader followed all the rules. They did. So why was the payout denied? Traders are not allowed to withdraw the profits from the denied payout request. And if you guys think about this, right? The trader only made an additional $600, but they were still trying to withdraw the full $2,000. So if the trader would have only requested a $600 payout, then the payout would have been approved because that $600 is what was actually made in this pay cycle. And if we go back, I just went back to the slides again and remember, and look, during those next 8 days, the trader only made $600. So if you try to request anything over that $600, then that's actually going to be trying to withdraw into that failed payout cycle. So now you're probably asking yourself, how do we withdraw the denied payouts? Are those payouts just simply poof, gone, and we're never going to get a chance to get them back? If you look right here, after a trader has an approved payout, trader gets a fresh start and can request into any denied payout profits on future payout requests. So the key is they want to see us go ahead and follow the rules, get a payout approved. Then on the next payout request, we can then withdraw into those profits that we actually try to request on payout number 1. So let's look at this example real quick. Payout 1 was denied due to improper risk management. Then we look at payout number 2, denied when requesting $2,000. However, payout 2 would have been approved if the trader only requested $600 and all the rules had been followed. So let's talk about payout number 3. Payout number 3, if payout number 2 was denied, only profits from those 8 days can be requested. Now, this is something new. I did not know this. I had to have a conversation with Apex to actually learn about this because I've been hearing about multiple traders getting denied on their second payout. Now, if you go ahead and we look right here, if payout number 2 was approved and the trader has $2,000 in profit above the buffer, the trader can then request the $2,000 per account. Now, let's talk about another rule that trips up a lot of traders and actually causes payouts to be denied. And that's going to be the 30% consistency rule. Now, if you want to learn more about the 30% consistency rule, make sure to watch this video right here.